Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Tomb World Survival episode 27. So last episode I worked towards the new geothermal and also worked towards opening the Ancient Danger. I am still working on making sure that trying to get that bionic spine, I guess is the easiest way to put it. Okay, so let's get rolling here. The first thing I'm going to need to do is to probably set up a machining table. I'm going to need a machining table for a variety of different projects, but let's get that built. I have a smelter already, I have the tailor, I have the rock cutter, and everything else in between, but not the machining table. So we're going to need one of them. In order to make the geothermal, you know what, I'm actually going to forbid this for a second. In order to make the geothermal... Oh, aggro is bringing... Aggro, yeah. In order to make the geothermal, I need 3 more components, so that means not using it on the machining table, because the machining table is not a goal of mine, whereas the geothermal is. And I respect the fact that there are priorities. I'm just taking a look around, seeing if there's any easily mineable components, and I don't believe there is, because otherwise I would have got them by now, I think. There is some up north, but that means bridging this gap here, which is not necessarily the most comfortable gap to bridge. Checking the needs, we do have still some serious pain. Unfortunately for Jane's here, the radiation buildup is going to stick with him. I think what I'm going to do is have Kazumi stay inside, trying to reduce that pain level due to the radiation until Kazumi gets the prosthetic leg. That's why I'm making the machine table. It's going to be a little while until I get bionics going, because I'm not only going to need deep drilling and ground penetrating radar, but then I'm going to need the drills and the scanner, and yeah, that all adds up pretty quick. Another thing I wanted to do, yes, home zones. What I'm going to do is to smooth out the path between the entire... I think this is already rough. Alright, rough hewn. Rough hewn starts... Where does it start? Right there. Okay. I'm going to smooth this out. It's a big old project, but it will allow us to move around a little bit quicker. Got a flash fire going. Lovely. And then I also want to work on this ancient... Oh, actually, there's machinery over here. I'm going to have to add that to limited radiation, and then we'll be allowed to mine it up. I'm not sure who's going to do the mining. Ooh, flash and aurora. Yeah, there's a lot more components in this sort of mountain section that I can see. But it's not going to be easy to get there. I'm sure James does not want to be cleaning all this rock rubble. But, we'll get that all cleaned up. Agra's still working on components. We're up to 6. Working on number 7. Once we get 8, we'll be able to make this geothermal. And I'll probably not stop at 1 geothermal. My idea is to source all of my power from geothermal. Unless, of course, I have an area like here that I can mine out and put a solar power panel, because I could do that there pretty easily. In fact, I should probably remove the roof there, as it doesn't belong. We're not supposed to be constructing roofs after all. Oh, you decided to remove the roof from the bad side. That's alright. So, a little ironically, one of the people that encouraged me to get a prosthetic leg for Kazumi for the pain was someone named Lord Agony. We are again... Ooh, that's not good. So, because we don't have that little statue... I don't want Kazumi standing there. to build up radiation for really any purpose whatsoever. We need the grand statue back here, the little statue back there, and then probably to make the dining room nice again. It is pretty filthy. Really, honestly, the whole base is very filthy, and that's because of all these man-made tiles that I have going on everywhere. The thing is, if I remove the floor, it's not going to fix it, so at this point it doesn't much matter. Making sure that that interaction spot isn't messed up. Okay, Dominica lands. She's not affiliated, so she's a spacer, and she is somewhat near our outpost. But I'd only really consider... Oh, she's on her feet. Oh, she's dead really, really quick. She's incapable of violence. Sorry, Dominica, but you are yet another victim to the Tomb World. Getting some standing lamps constructed. It doesn't cost a lot of steel or power. And it will help us move around the cave system a little bit quicker. Another tip I received, oh boy, I forgot who mentioned it because I didn't write it down, which was digging a tunnel this way to get to the kill box a little bit faster. I mentioned that once my power grid... Oh, Cefalu is doing it. Once my power grid is fully inside, I'm not going to have to worry too much about that back area. But here we go. Raider. Oh, this raider is coming to my outpost. That's probably a good thing. All right, Cefalu is getting stressed, but can you finish? Is the million-dollar question. There we go. We have geothermal. It's not wired up yet, but it will be soon. The next project is probably to wall it all off with probably granite, which means I'm going to need to construct some granite. But now that we have a geothermal generator, I am very less reliant on wind and solar, which is great. All right, so how many... I'm trying to remember, I think it's 7 blocks that the light radiates. 9 blocks. Okay, is that true? Okay, cool. So 9 blocks away would be here. So that's, I believe, 18 blocks between. I'm just trying to do it efficiently. Yeah, 18 blocks between. So that's the corner. Oh, that works out perfect. I could have made this colored. I don't have the colored lights researched yet, but that would be a cool thing to do. So 14 for that corner. So what I'm going to do is put one here and put one here. So there we go. Lots of lights. Lights allow you to move quicker, and to be able to respond to damage or attacks and things like that, it's really helpful to be able to move as fast as I should be able to. Cefalu here is about to go crazy. It almost might be worth him letting him have a mental break and then having him have some sort of catharsis afterwards. Not that I'm advocating for my people to endanger themselves, but... Oh, well, he had a catatonic breakdown. That's a sort of catharsis, I suppose. I think he was in the process of drinking beer. Maybe that dropped out of his pockets when he finally broke down. But that's okay. He had some radiation buildup, so that allows us to reduce that radiation. Oh, human leather falling from the sky. Speaking of which, let's get this on. I'm glad I focused back over here quick. Raymond. I really should have turned this on sooner. That is totally my bad. So we're actually hitting our own generator now. He's down. Time to disconnect. And you are nervous, Gourmand. Yeah, okay. There is a small possibility that I would want to try to help someone if they were a phenomenal pawn. But not that guy. Alright. As long as Janes also does not have a mental breakdown, that'd be great. Prisoner. He will join colony. 35-year-old space marine. He's guarded by 6 enemies. I will not hear from him again if I don't rescue him. I'm probably not about to risk my skin for a space marine. Meaning no offense whatsoever. Alright, let's get these doors built here. And then we can start prepping the big old trap. So aggro is still going to be making these components. And we'll construct this machining table. We have enough now. We're making these lamps. And then we're going to need some more steel. Aggro's working on the doors. So once we get the doors down, we'll be able to recruit. Or we'll be able to pop the Ancient Danger first, and then deal with whatever dangers are inside, probably through the use of traps. Man, I need like a joy wire for Cefalu. Alright, Mr. Janes. Your health is... yeah, we'll still let his radiation go down a little bit more. Couldn't hurt. I really want that sensory mechanites to subside, because they are putting a damper. Oh, Kazumi is even constructing now. Because there's nothing left to cook, I suppose. So yeah, we have a very well-illuminated cave system. Ideally, I would start replacing all the rough walls with constructed blocks, but I think that's probably more money than it's worth doing. Because the first thing I really need to do with this is to granite up this bad boy. Like that. Throw a granite door there. Fully enclose this, and then let's line this in the limited radiation and also home zone. Actually, I don't know why I would have a door there. I wouldn't really need it. Doesn't... Well, no. If they get into the cave system, I still don't want them to be able to get to my geothermal. It will take a little bit of time to build that door, but that means that I need to start working on my granite, which I do not have much. So there's a whole lot of granite over here that I can set to haul. And then if I add limited radiation zone underneath it, we'll bring it over. What I really need is some snow, because there is a whole lot of blood over there that's going to make the whole area ugly. Alright, so the limited radiation zone is set up. Kazumi is researching. I guess that's allowable. As long as Stormy is asleep, but he is a night owl. What floor are we smooth? Oh, we're smoothing out the far end. That seems a little weird, but who am I to judge? We did have the jacket trade to take. We've 8 days left on that. I think now that aggro's... Oh, you know what? Is there someone with no radiation? Stormy? I might send Stormy. I think I'm going to send Stormy. So what I'm going to do is... Pack 6 meals, 4 survival meals in case I need them. 1. Pack my crappy toques. Grab the silver. I don't want to weigh myself down too much, but I can definitely get rid of a lot of clothing I don't need, because I'll pod straight there. So, normal. I gotta bring these jackets, so that's 1, 4, 5, 6. Good. I'm leaving the pants and the shirts because they're good quality. And that's about it. That's a lot of stuff, though. Taking a look around to make sure there's nothing else I'd want. Nope, that works. Okay. Good luck, Stormy. Tony's going to be a little upset with Stormy not around, but neither of them were at particular risk for mental breaks. That's kind of why I chose Stormy. The radiation was low, and the radiation was low, and he is healthy and happy. Alright, so the machining table is done. The first build we're going to want is the prosthetic leg. And I'm taking a look. Yeah, there's really nothing else I need. There are some good weapons there, but I'm going to wait for better weapon tech, I think. So this is going to be made with aggro once he's awake, and that will really help out Kazumi and her pain level. She has a really mangled leg there. I was a little worried about the lack of rice, but then I realized my farm is literally full of it. So we'll start hauling all that in. No need to risk any spoiling. Oh, and I have a good old-fashioned infestation. Stormy doesn't seem to be leaving in this pod. Alright, so this infestation is going to be all hands. I think the first thing I'm going to do is install a bunch of these spike traps in the way that are close enough for me to install in time. So James will go install this one. This is a real test of strength here. This is not a small ordeal. Stormy, can you go grab the mini turret? Alright, they're starting to pop. We've got 5 mega spiders, speleopedes. They spawned on my infinite chem reactor, which is not so cool. They're going to start digging and mining and biting. I feel like a trant, an ent. Alright, let's plug this bad boy in. Have 2 gunners. I'm gonna tiptoe my way into that door, and then I can close it behind me when they get too close. James, guess what? You actually have work to do. Kazumi, you too. Alright, mega spiders are getting pissed. Yep. Alright, so we've downed a few of them, but this is going to be probably an uphill battle. I'm trying to think of a good place to go. Is there any way for me to turn this off? Because it's going to blow up my power grid. Yes, sort of. I'm going to use Stormy to deconstruct this, and that will enable a dead grid. I don't know if they're going to keep clobbering it or not. We'll see. All right, Stormy, you're going to sit. Okay, yeah, my microphone just disconnected very briefly. These guys are doing some battery damage. I do have components that are recreatable, so that might not be an issue yet. I'm just trying to remind the bugs that I am the enemy. Alright, so let's see if I can't... Stop bashing that turret. She's probably the slowest out of everyone. That might not be the wisest. Okay, here we go. As long as there's no friendly fire damage. These batteries are hanging on by a thread. Probably to go. I'm going to need a dedicated battery room in the future. Tony, go ahead and get in front. Stormy's doing something dumb, no. I'm having Stormy... Oh, that might be a mistake. I was having Stormy sort of taunt them. But now Stormy's about to get overwhelmed. I just hope Stormy stays intact. Okay, Stormy does stay intact. That's good. This is a healthy Mega Spider that Tony's going to have to throw down on. That's not an easy task. Now they're sort of locked in my research room. That's not good either. Tony's down, but so is the bug. Tony, what is your ETA or ETD, estimated time of death? Okay, not that bad. Alright, if I could spike trap these little guys, that would be ideal. I don't know if they're going to trigger that, but it's certainly going to make my job easier if I am able. We'll get her rescued. I'm coming for you, Stormy. Alright, so we're taking the remainder of the traps down. The turret is still alive. Okay, they bashed the light. Let's turn on auto repair. Alright, got aggro trying to aggro. I wanted to get that turret back online. Okay, there's too many. That network is live. This is going to save the research bench. Wow, there's a lot of hives up. I didn't realize this was 4 hives. I really wanted to keep this door open. Okay, aggro, you're going to be needed here. Doors open. Come on, don't hit that again. Good, good, good. And we're in business. Rescuing Stormy. Stormy is not going to go do the trade now. So let's go ahead and cancel that. Woo! That was luck, pluck, bit of both. My best doc that is on feet is aggro. Okay. Kazumi, I want you to go melee attack the hives. Stormy can be walking, but honestly, I think it's faster if I rescue. Our lovers here are very incapacitated. Tony is not going to die as quick as Stormy is, so I'm just going to switch. No. Get back in bed. There we go. Kazumi is killing off the hives for money purposes. So the only issue I have right now is this battery. If I reinstall it here, Janes, you're up. Should allow us to keep the power on. So I was asked often, what am I going to do in the case of a raid? And I guess bleed out would be the accurate answer. I'm obviously going to really need to prioritize the acquisition of uranium for turret purposes pronto. That was somewhat illuminating. I got lucky and plucky, but I don't... That was tough. That was definitely tough. The rest of these speleopedes are bleeding out. The other issue is getting rid of them. So let's go cremate corpse, do forever, and this will be fresh, rotten insects. I really don't plan on eating them. I know that I could make them into kibble for the hens, but you know what? Yeah, I could make them into kibble for the hens. Okay. Does butcher creature allow insects? Yeah, it does. Okay, well, we'll just have kibble. Tony is healed, Stormy is healed. Thank you, Aggro, for your infinite service, both in this series and in real life. I'm gonna start cleaning up the blood. And we're gonna have to figure out who's going to that meal. I think it's gonna be Aggro. Marriage is on, Kazumi and Aggro. I guess coming so close to death, they realized life needs celebration and they should not waste time with not being married to one another. That is fantastic. Alright, so we're gonna have a lot of insect meat. I'm just gonna make sure that my simple meals... Oh, my simple meals never allow meat. And these don't allow insect or human, so we're all set. What I can do is make kibble forever, providing I have hay. Well, I'm never gonna have hay. Providing I have vegetarian and insect meat. For right now, because I'm a little low. Actually, I'm not that low on vegetarian. Okay, here's the prosthetic leg he's making for his wife. Or fiancé. Okay, and Cefalu slept through the whole thing. He's gonna wake up and be like, what happened, guys? It's like, dude, you were asleep the whole time. Oh, he's up. Well, that was a really, really short, oh, another raid. Oh, a raid to my outpost. That was a really short catatonic break. In my experience, catatonic breaks last a lot longer. This does somewhat resemble Dead Space or something, with the amount of like dead bugs and gore everywhere. Tony is capable of walking again. Cool. Kazumi is butchering through. What I'm going to do is uninstall this. Get everything repaired. We do need another light. This light's going to get reinstalled. Let's put dead power there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put... The turret's not usually going to be there, so I'm not going to worry about dead power there. I'll put dead power here, just in case I need it. But this turret, now that it served its purpose, should be reinstalled in the center of our base. In case of these sort of... Oh, boom, 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 rant. Voila! Cool. Some natural meat for fine meals. Alright, pirates are attacking. I'm going to remember to turn this bad boy on early. I forgot last time to do it early. Prosthetic leg is almost done. I might want to wait until one of my proper doctors like Stormy or Tony are fully healed to do the surgery, however, because Aggro probably shouldn't. He's not as skilled. But there's the prosthetic leg. Cool. Honestly, we could use another prosthetic leg. So I don't know why I canceled that queue. Let's make one more. And this is for Mr. Janes, who had a lot of radiation damage to his leg. My outpost is finally under fire. That's why time just slowed down. Get him. All these mace-wielding idiots. Cannibal, careful shooter, kind. Pretty good at shooting. Kind and cannibal seems very strange. Yeah, I'm not... He's 4 hours from death. I'm not going to rescue him. But, unfortunately... I did... Well, fortunately, I got the geothermal up. Unfortunately, I did not pop the Ancient Danger. So that's going to have to be for another episode. Yeah, so clearly I have to work on my anti-bug defenses. I think a network of uranium turrets should do, given my small colony population and my efforts to reduce my wealth. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line, and I do hope that you tune in next time. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you all later. Adios.